Today I am going to show you how to make your little paper sculpture so that you can draw it. So you're going to start with a 9 by 12 piece of paper that you have in your portfolio. It's not the huge one, it's like the medium sized one. The smallest is your watercolor paper. You need a pair of scissors. If you don't have that, I'll be able to show you how to cut your paper without scissors. You need your ruler, a glue stick, and a pencil. So first thing we're going to do is measure a 5 by 5 box in like one of the corners of your paper. So I'm starting here. My 0 lines up with the edge of the paper, and then the dead space on the ruler just extends beyond. I'm going to mark at the 5 here. I'm going to move my ruler up a little bit more and mark at the 5 here and connect those lines. And I did that really lightly. You can't really quite see. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to line up my 5 with the edge of the paper and a mark here at the 0, and then here at the 0. I'll draw. I want you to draw lightly, but I'll draw darker so that you can see it. Oops, sorry. Okay, so here's my square. If you have scissors, I want you to go ahead and cut that out. But if you don't, what you're going to do, let's extend that line all the way. And now I'm going to fold on this line. I'm going to fold my paper up. What really matters is that this edge and this edge line up. That will ensure that you're even. Okay, and you can see I've done it right on the line. And then I'm going to take the back of my thumb and just make sure that crease, like emphasize that crease. I'm also going to fold it the opposite way. Really make sure that crease is done well. You're going to open it back up, and then with one hand pressing firmly on the paper, you're going to tear at an angle. This is how to cut your paper without scissors. I'm going to do the same thing over here. The opposite way. Okay, now I'm left with my 5 by 5 box. This is basically our base for our sculpture. And now you have these 2 pieces of paper left. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut up these papers to make your sculpture. So what I'm going to do is take my scissors, and if you don't have your scissors, you can do this. I just showed you how. I'm going to cut a long piece. And this is going to be an arch. And these are the shapes. I'm doing 3 shapes, 3 different forms, and this is the minimal. Like this is what's required of you. If you want to go above and beyond and do additional shapes, you can absolutely do that. So I'm going to cut this off so that I have my strip of paper, and I flipped up the 2 sides to make little tabs so that I can glue it down. I'm going to glue it. I have my glue right here. I'm going to wait on that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do another strip of paper. And I'm going to make not a cube, but kind of a cheating cube. So I'm going to fold, I don't know what that is, an inch-ish. I can measure it. Yeah, it's a little more than an inch. But I folded this much, and I'm just going to fold it over and over and over. So I'm folding it into itself. And I want to have 5 different sections. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to cut off that extra little bit. Here, I'll move that so you can see. I'll cut off this extra little bit right here. And then I will. Okay, so I'm left with this. And I think I have 1 extra section. What I want is a little square and then one extra section. So I'm going to cut this one off. We're going to be doing a little gluing right now. So I'm going to get my glue stick. I'm going to put glue on the inside of the last section. I want it to glue. So I'm going to fold it into my cube. And then just glue it like that. So there's one shape. We have our arch. And the next thing I want you to do with some of the extra paper that you have, maybe this little extra piece, you're going to draw a triangle. Oops, again, I forgot. I have to draw darker for you. You're gonna draw a triangle and it's going to have a rounded bottom, like a cone. I'm gonna cut that out. And you're gonna use this to make a cone. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna roll it a little bit. Kind of roll it into itself. There we go. Now I have a cone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on one side. Right, you can see where I put the glue. I'm going to roll it back up. I'm going to hold the glue so that it sticks. Right, I'm applying pressure from the inside and the outside. And these are my three shapes. So I have these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them onto my base. Now with your arch, right, you want your little tab sticking up so that when you glue it or when you turn it into an arch, it's going to glue down. So I'm going to put glue on this bottom part. And glue that down, right? So it looks like this. And then, I don't know if we can glue these. Let's try. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom. See if that will stay in place. Put that here. And same with my cone. It's like a little ice cream cone without the ice cream. Okay, and I'll put that here. So this is your composition. This is what we are going to draw, and I'll try and tip it so that you can see it. There we go, without it falling. There.